Look at these two screens. In this, Trump is shaking hands with Xi Jinping in South Korea, smiling for the cameras, celebrating what he's calling his greatest trade deal. No, look at this one, look closer. That's Nvidia's stock price collapsing in real time. And between these two images lies the biggest strategic miscalculation of Trump's presidency. While Trump was busy declaring victory over soybeans, China just won the real war. And most Americans have no idea it even happened. Trump flew to Asia threatening 100% tariffs unless China started buying American soybeans again. He got his photo op. He got his agricultural win. Farmers in Iowa are celebrating. But here's what actually happened. China created the crisis by stopping soybean purchases. Trump scrambled to fix it. Then China graciously agreed to resume buying, making Trump look like a hero for solving a problem they engineered. That's not a trade deal. That's theater. And while Trump was performing, China was executing a strategy that will define the next decade of global power. The real story isn't about soybeans. It's about semiconductors and artificial intelligence. And it reveals how badly Trump's trade policy has backfired. Here's the setup. The Trump administration banned companies like Nvidia from selling their most powerful AI chips to China. The H100s, the A100s, military-grade technology. The goal was clear: cripple China's AI development and maintain American technological dominance. Nvidia did what corporations do. They found a loophole. They designed weaker versions of their chips, legal versions, the B20 series that technically complied with export controls. American companies could still make money. China could still buy chips. Everyone wins. Except that's not what happened. In September 2025, Beijing's Cyberspace Administration quietly issued a directive. They effectively blacklisted these legal American chips. They told Chinese tech giants like Alibaba and ByteDance to stop buying them entirely. This is the move nobody saw coming. China looked at American technology and said, "We'd rather build our own than stay dependent on your second-rate products." Well, accept slower AI development for 2 years if it means technological independence forever. The result? Nvidia's CEO admitted their Chinese market share collapsed from 95% to near zero. But the damage goes far deeper than one company's stock price. Trump's chip ban didn't stop Chinese AI development. It just killed American companies' access to the Chinese market while creating a protected multi-billion-dollar captive market for Chinese competitors like Huawei. The United States government just handed China's domestic tech industry the greatest gift imaginable: forced demand with zero American competition. For a decade, Trump lectured the world about America First protectionism. China was taking notes. They learned the lesson, and they're using it better than Trump ever did. But the real weapon isn't chips. It's what makes chips possible. Rare earth minerals. 17 metallic elements that sound boring until you realize they're inside every piece of modern technology you own. Your phone, your car, every defense system America builds. In October 2025, China's Ministry of Commerce released announcement number 62. New restrictions on gallium, germanium, and refined rare earth exports. It sounds bureaucratic. It's actually devastating. Over 90% of the world's rare earth refining happens in China. Not mining. Refining. The dirty, expensive process that turns raw ore into usable materials. And America's entire defense industrial base depends on it. Every F-35 fighter jet requires over 900 pounds of rare earth elements. Every Virginia-class submarine needs almost 9,000 pounds. The Pentagon spends $850 billion annually on defense. And every missile, every radar system, every satellite depends on materials refined in Chinese factories. Think about that. The world's most powerful military is strategically dependent on its main rival for the minerals that make its weapons work. Here's the absurd part. America has rare earth deposits. We mine them at Mountain Pass in California. Then we ship the raw ore to China for refining. Then we buy it back at double the price to build weapons designed to deter China. This isn't just inefficiency. This is structural vulnerability, and Trump's tariff strategy just exposed how deep it goes. Trump thought he was pressuring China with tariffs. Instead, he taught Beijing that any dependence on America is an existential risk. His own policy accelerated exactly what he claimed to be fighting: a technologically independent China that no longer needs American innovation. The trade war has evolved into something completely different. It's no longer about trade balances or manufacturing jobs. It's about who controls the supply chains that make modern civilization possible. Trump sees soybeans and steel. Xi sees semiconductors and rare earth minerals. Trump is playing checkers with physical goods. China is playing chess with technological infrastructure. The irony is perfect. Trump's America First policy was designed to make the United States less dependent on China. Instead, it revealed just how dependent America actually is: on Chinese refining capacity, on Chinese supply chains, on Chinese cooperation. Beijing didn't need to match Trump's tariffs dollar for dollar. They just needed to control 17 elements on the periodic table, and that control is worth more than any trade deal Trump could ever negotiate. So yes, Trump got his soybean victory. He got his photo op with Xi. He even got a literal gold crown from South Korea's president. But while he was collecting trophies, China secured something far more valuable: leverage over America's technological and military future. Trump may have won the harvest, but China just won the war.